Hi, welcome to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. Today we're doing a game by Adam McCrimmon called RobotLab. It's for 2 to 5 players. It's a science and engineering type game where you're trying to build a robot and stop your opponents from building their robots as well. It's for ages 6+, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play, and let's see how the game plays. At the beginning of the game, each player will take a robot body and a reference card. We'll set these aside for now. The robot body has 5 different points: 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. Your main goal in the game is to attach a part to each of these points. After you've taken your robot body, you'll be dealt 5 cards, which will be your starting hand. Each player's turn is broken down into 3 phases. You have the build phase, the discard phase, and then the draw phase. There's also actions that can be played on other players' turn, but we'll get more into that later. There are 3 things you can do on your turn. You can play a part on your robot to try to match the colors on it, you can play a part on your opponent's robot to screw up their color combination, or you can play an action card from your hand. The objective of the game is to match the correct colored parts to your robot. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can play your one part a turn as previously stated, or you can use action cards. For example, this one lets you dig through the discard pile and get 1 card of your choice from it. And if somebody else has more parts in play than you, you pick the part, lets you attach it to your robot. Whereas this one lets you look at the top 7 cards, and if you pick a part from this one, you can also attach it to your robot. Both of these cards can get action cards as well. There's also action cards that can hinder your opponents, like this one. It either negates 1 action card from being played or stops somebody attaching a part to their robot. And more importantly are the disassemble, and there's another card that does similar to disassemble. These ones, which you can play at any time as noted by the orange symbol up here, allow you to detach parts from your robot, or the person with the most parts actually detaches parts from their robot. And this lets you either get rid of parts that if somebody has too many parts, it lets you get rid of it, or if you have the wrong colored parts, it lets you get rid of those. Once you've done your build phase, which is the action or playing your part, you go into the discard phase, during which you can discard any parts of a matching color and any action cards you don't want. Doing this lets you, during the draw phase, which is the next phase, draw up to 5 cards into your hand. Once you do this, the play passes to the next person, and you continue until someone's completed a robot. In these 2 cases, both robots look complete. However, the purple one is not. It has the red arm attached, in which case it'll need to figure out a way to get rid of that arm, using one of the action cards. And the orange one is complete. Even though it has a card that doesn't look orange, it's one of the wild cards. And there's a wild card for each slot, as well as one that can be any slot. Once a player has completed the robot by either using all matching colors or wild cards, all other players get 1 chance to stop them from winning by either using a disassemble, which puts a part back in their hand, or a malfunction, which destroys the part altogether. If nobody can do this, the player who's completed the robot has won. That's it for the gameplay. Let's see how I enjoyed the game. RobotLab is a short take-that card game. Normally I don't like take-that card games because in our playgroups they tend to cause fights. Some of the other games that we've played recently with that genre, I wanted to strangle someone afterwards. But I quite enjoyed this one. It was nice and relaxing, and I didn't really feel that I was picked on unfairly. It was more that everyone who was winning had basically got kicked in the shin. So it didn't feel like it wasn't as targeted as most take-that games. On that note, I think 6 might be a little bit too young for this game. I'd say probably at least 8, maybe 10, because some of the cards can be a bit wordy, and I'm not sure how well 6-year-olds grasp medium to heavier take-that games, although this one is fairly light. But like I said, some of the cards can be a bit wordy. I've never played with a 6-year-old as far as this type of game goes. I've played with them on some other games, and that was not a fun experience necessarily. But if you have kids and you think they can understand, give this game a try. The theme on that is very like cartoon, science-y, and you're a mad your mad robot. Not quite a robot, but your mad scientist building your robot. So the theme comes through because you have the mad scientists and you're trying to sabotage the other scientists who are also building their robots. But you don't want them to build their robots before you do. So the carts and the theme fit real well for the feel of the game. The art also reminds me of a lot of the childhood cartoons that I used to enjoy watching all the time. So on that, you have like mentioning Dexter's Lab, which is what the art really reminds me of. So you have that theme reinforced some more. Another good thing about this game is the playtime's really quick. Most take-that games can drag out forever at the end of the game. This one, it's quite simple. Did you play it all? Did nobody stop you? Yeah, you win. And there's enough cards in it, or there's few enough cards that could stop you that it's not always a problem. Plus, you can usually keep track of where they are if you have decent memory. The last thing I like to point out is the error card. I really, really like this card because it's you can't do what you're trying to do. And it also helps end the game quicker. That's been another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. If you like this video, please check out our other videos on the website, as well as like, subscribe, and comment. And if you like getting free stuff, I know everyone does, please check out our website, theunfilteredgamer.com. You can also check out our affiliated websites, everythingboardgames.com and thegiveawaygeek.com. Alright, see you guys next time.